Hello and welcome to the 21st episode of our travel series. We've been on the road now for 10 months and today we came to Spain, San Sebastian, to try the best cheesecake ever. If you've been watching our episodes from the start and you've seen our Turkish series, then you know that we've had the best cheesecake in Mersin, one of the Turkish cities. And now, 7,000 miles later, we're gonna compare it to the cheesecake in actual San Sebastian. It's only 10 AM in the morning, but we're getting ready for the day. The truth is, we haven't filmed in the last 3 months, but we've really been looking forward to this cheesecake, right?
Yes.
We've had a few changes to our van, which we're going to show you later. And we've also had a slight change to our lifestyle, which we're going to show you later as well.
So as you know, we've been to Mersin in Turkey and had the most amazing San Sebastian cheesecake. But we decided to go to the city of origin, which is San Sebastian itself, and try apparently the most awarded cheesecake in the world. Or country, not too sure yet.
You can tell we're in Spain. Football's going off. The reason we came to this restaurant called La Viña is because the original Sebastian cheesecake is from here. A chef, whose name I can't remember now, came up with this recipe in the 1990s and it became an international hit.
We obviously got the cheesecake and some coffee to try. We're gonna give it a go.
Yep, live and direct from San Sebastian, San Sebastian cheesecake. Whoa, so good. Right, this is better than Mersin.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Right, we've had our amazing cheesecake. We had a walk through the old town. And now we're going to head back to the van and do a little introduction.
We have someone to introduce to you. Hello.
Hello. There he is.
Yes. Meet Caviar, our new companion.
Over the winter we met so many people traveling with dogs, and when we were in Poland we decided to get this little puppy. He's only 3 months old, a bit older now. He's a little miniature poodle. He's called Caviar and he's a lovely dog and he loves traveling. He loves driving. He's really well behaved and we tried to kind of leave him on his own here and there, but we're trying not to do it for too long at a time. So we just left him for an hour and he seems to be alright. Luckily the weather today isn't too bad, it isn't too hot, so the inside of the van was very comfortable for him. And yeah, he's gonna have such a nice life traveling.
Such a good boy.
I think he licked my lens. So we took our little puppy to the sea and he played with other dogs for a bit, but he became a bit too excited. So we're walking back. He's gonna have some downtime. We're gonna have some downtime and then we're gonna decide what we're doing next. We only actually came to San Sebastian and to Spain to try the cheesecake, but our actual goal is to get to Portugal and we're giving ourselves the next 2 days to do that, and the plan is to spend the next 3 months in Portugal. So we hope you guys gonna stay with us and explore Portugal with us. We've got a lot of plans related to Portugal, so we're going to reveal those very soon. And now it's time to move on. So as you can see, we made it to Portugal, and I couldn't be happier that I don't have to drive long distances for the foreseeable future. The first thing we did was we bought a Vodafone SIM card, unlimited internet, which is limited, but we have about 100 gigabytes of unrestrained data speeds. That cost us 30 euros. It's been okay, but there's been places where it hasn't been that good, and we have been recommended a NOS card, which apparently is less popular, but in terms of off-grid signal it's a bit better and you get more coverage. So let me sort myself out, and I'm going to tell you a bit more about this place and our van updates in a second. So today marks the 11th month of our travels. We've been living in our Mercedes Sprinter camper van full time for the past 11 months, and as we've travelled all around Europe, there's a few things that we've kind of added. Starting outside the van, we got a beautiful gift from my parents. It's this kind of awning kind of a thing. It's really good when it comes to blocking the sun, and just, you know, we can kind of base up and have a bit more space. It's mounted on suction mounts on the top, which have come off a few times. You have to kind of clean it with alcohol, both of the surfaces, for it to stick properly, and then even then it's probably going to come off after heavy use. So I'm thinking of a more permanent solution, or maybe using magnets, which could be stronger. I don't know. The next thing that we've added is this ladder. That's something we were really kind of missing, especially in the more dusty areas. Our solar panels would get dusty very quickly, so a ladder allows us to clean the panels, access the roof, and also with this new awning we can mount that without any problems. Moving on, previously we had kind of 4x4 traps, I don't know if that's what you call them, but we swapped them out for the leveling blocks. What you can see there is our aircon unit. It's kind of a standalone thing that's on wheels. The way we've done it is, bam, we have a window open there, and we feed in all the hot air through the window. We had to modify our electric system for it to be able to work, because our inverter is only 1000 watts. So going through an inverter it was impossible, even when we were plugged into power. But now what I've done is, whenever we plugged into power, we can plug that in and it bypasses the inverter, so it's kind of like going straight into the grid. And yeah, it's been really good. It's about 30 degrees today, but we can't really feel it in the van. We are in the shade and we've got aircon going, and it's probably 22 degrees in there, so that's really comfortable. I do regret not putting a Max Fan Deluxe, or whatever they're called, as one of our roof vents, because when it's raining is probably the best time to have your air circulation inside going, so there's no condensation, and with our vents you can't really have them open when it's raining. So I would highly recommend anyone that is converting a van to live in it full time to get the expensive option, basically. So what we've added here is this basket. Just organises all our stuff. We have our camera there, batteries, and all the things that we don't like having there. Hello. We've added another fridge, which is a 12-volt compressor fridge, I think. We got rid of the door, and this is where the ladder goes. Main reason being this needs to be ventilated whenever in use, so we always open the back door for it. So that's another upgrade we had when we were in Poland. It's such an amazing addition to our van. We can level the van by a few centimeters, but now that we have the leveling blocks, we tend to use those. However, the best thing about this is our shower drain is on the right side of the van, and sometimes even when we are parked level, the water doesn't drain fully. So what we then do is literally pull this up about a few bars. We get one of the sides, the left side, a bit higher, so then the water can drain. And we've got a puppy mat here now, because that's where our puppy goes as well. And that's another really good thing. Whenever we don't put a puppy mat there, he can just go and the water drains itself. Well, his wee drains itself. That's probably not something that has been said before when it comes to these airbags, the air suspension, but from our experience that has been the best feature as far as the upgrades go. That's it. We have also downgraded on some things. We added another battery to our system, and I think I must have done something wrong, because now that we have 3 batteries, it's worse than it was when we had 2 batteries. So they don't hold charge very well anymore. So most of the time we need to be plugged in. It's fine when it's sunny, but then as soon as the sun goes down, our batteries just drop down to 12 volts pretty much in an hour or 2. So there's been times where we woke up in the morning, it was raining and we couldn't even turn the light on.
Even Portugal has bad weather days, and I'm in the back trying not to use as much electricity as I can. I'm gonna switch the lights off in a second, but otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me because it's so dark. And Marcin's in the front working because he had to run the engine because our batteries are so low. And I'm just making some breakfast. Let's see how the day goes.
The way we're dealing with it is we stay on campsites or places like this one. We pay about €10 a night. Anyway, that's it for our upgrades. And we are not planning any more upgrades to the van because we have other outgoings, which I'm really excited to share with you. We've travelled for the past 11 months now, and we always knew that our last destination is going to be Portugal, and the reason for that is we're actually looking for a property to buy here. In about 30 minutes we are meeting at the council about a property that we really like. But that's it for this video, so I hope you guys are going to follow our journey from now on. The next sort of series that's going to follow on from this one is going to be our property hunt, and we've seen so many different properties, and over the next few weeks we're going to show you everything. And then we're going to talk about the whole process as well of us actually buying land here. So stay tuned, thank you for watching, and thanks for being with us.